Many thanks for staying with us. You're still live with us on the news. Now to more stories. Affected residents of the demolitions in Ketu area of Lagos have brought their complaints to the State House of Assembly. Now you recall that the residents had in February called in the government to intervene and put a stop to the demolitions. Our correspondent Bernard Akede, who is there live, now joins us to give us more updates on this. Hello, Bernard. If you can hear me, you have been following this story. What new information do you have today? What's happening on ground?
All right, thank you for having me, Blessings. Now, like you rightly mentioned, we have been following this story since February. In February, we got the call from the people you see behind me who are residents of a certain community in Ikosi, Ketu area, complaining about illegal demolitions of their structures. Some of them say that they have been living there since the 90s, but all of a sudden, demolition heavy equipment came in there and began to tear down some of the structures that we had in that place. Now, they claim that these demolition activities is done by the Oba of Ikosi land in Ketu there. We did make attempts to reach out to the Oba of Ikosi to hear his part of the story. We were told he wasn't around as at the time we went there, and his son, who had been interfacing with us, was also not around. And so what you're seeing now is the people have decided to come forward to the Lagos State House of Assembly because they say that the demolitions which were halted at a particular point in time have resurfaced again. They are complaining that it's looking like these demolitions are going to continue, and they are now crying to the Lagos State government. There's a gentleman who we have been interfacing with, Mr. Balogun, who had been with us from the beginning, and he had been explaining everything that had been going on. I'd like to have him here to tell us why they are now here and what has happened to the negotiations. Mr. Balogun, thank you for joining us. You were with us from the very beginning, and you called on to us. What's the reason for coming down to the Lagos State House of Assembly now? What's the reason for you and your other members coming down to Lagos State House of Assembly?
Okay, since on the 3rd of February, last month, the Oba Olukosi sent the gangs to come and start demolition with the excavator. So one of the Honorable Femi Said was able to put the process to hold for a negotiation. So we tried to reach out for the negotiation. The Oba is unavailable. So we were able to communicate with more people. They engaged us with a meeting with the Oba. So he said in his own statement that he's not ready to destroy anybody's house. Apparently some houses are already being destroyed already. So we told him that if it is the ratification you want, kindly let's negotiate it out. So at that point, he said no problem, that he had a meeting with the area commander. So after we went there, he discussed with the area commander, and when we got back, the Oba Olukosi did not attend to us again. But instead, we started seeing some set of people in our environment taking pictures of and threatening us for a continuous demolition process after all report has been done.
Let me quickly ask, have you and other residents been to court? Do you have a representative in court? And if so, what has the court said concerning this issue?
Presently, we have not done any filing at the courts. This process is just being started because they were giving us hopes that this thing will be attended to. That was the hope we were having, to negotiate, because some of the members gave them money for ratification. About 5 people gave them money for ratification. Okay, so what is the money that you are expecting us to pay? But this is not given, no response was given to us by the Oba.
Okay, and finally, now you are here at the House of Assembly. What is your mission here? Who are you expecting to see?
Our mission is simply that we want the intervention of the government so that they can help stop this demolition process. People can't sleep at night. People have already have their houses displaced. There are some people that no longer live in the area again. There was a woman that got pregnant, 5 months old. The woman had the baby under stress, and the baby died. We are still begging the Oba, not that we even want trouble for the Oba, we just want peace. But the Oba is saying that there's one name, one person, the agents. We don't understand what he meant by the agents. The ruling that we saw was that it was just 2 defendants. Defendant is Olutunde Amole and Otenigbade Biola. These are people that we don't even know. But some people claim that they have one landed property in the area. How come these two defendants changed to unknown persons? This is our problem. The Oba is refusing to talk to us furthermore. We had an engagement with him once, myself and the chairman of the CDA. These are members of the CDA, crying out loud. People can no longer sleep in their homes because the fear is, the tension is there, the trauma is there. And nobody's talking. We need the government to come and address us publicly. Let them speak with the Oba Lukosi.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Balogun. Blessings, if you can still hear me. I think that pretty much sums up, what exactly you are saying here behind me. It is a continuation of what we have been following since February. We will continue to see if we can speak to the Oba basically concerning what's going on, and if there's anybody who's representing the people, probably from the court or from the House of Representatives, the Lagos State House of Reps, we would hope that we will be able to speak to them to know what exactly is happening here and what the way forward is.
All right. Thank you so much, Bernard Akede, for giving us the updates. And definitely, like you said, we'll continue to wait to see what the update is.